Hi guys, so a few videos ago, I don't remember which one it was, I mentioned how I had recently graduated from school and asked if any of you wanted to see sort of a college focused video, and I told you I was kind of apprehensive about doing it because I didn't necessarily go to school in a traditional way. I was a non-traditional student, and so I wasn't sure how much of my experience you could actually relate to. So at my school we had 2 semesters in a school year, you know, the typical semester you would think of, August to December and then January to April, May. And our semesters had 2 modules in them, and each module was 8 weeks long, and then I would take 2 classes per module. So I would have 2 like 4.5, 5-hour classes each week, and then they would switch every 8 weeks. So I had sort of fast-paced classes, and they had a lot of work in a short amount of time because the classes were only every 8 weeks long. So, you know, you're there for 2 weeks and you're already like approaching halfway through the class, you're already getting ready for midterm. So I always had to make sure to be as productive as possible because I had the kids and I was in school full-time and I work, and even though I work from home, I'm still working full-time. I have a lot on my plate and a lot that's always on my schedule, and everything is always deadlines and just ugh. So one of the things that always helped me be really productive while I was in school was having a tablet. Now, I know a lot of people don't have tablets, or maybe they can't necessarily afford to have a tablet, but it's definitely something I would suggest that you invest in, or maybe ask for it for your birthday or for Christmas or whatever it may be. There are a lot of affordable options now. Throughout school, I was using an iPad mini, and I think it cost me about maybe $350. And it was kind of expensive, and I only had the Wi-Fi version, so I couldn't connect to my apps, and I couldn't get online and stuff when I wasn't at school, or I wasn't at home, or I wasn't at Starbucks, so that kind of caused a problem. So recently I did pick up a new tablet that I thought was really kind of cool. It is the Tmobile Trio AXS 3G quad-core tablet. So the cool thing about this tablet is that it's only $179, and you get 200 megabytes of free data every single month for life. It is through T-Mobile, and you can get it at Walmart. Like, you know how Walmart has their Walmart Family Mobile, you can get cell phones and you can get tablets and stuff, so there's no contract or anything like that. It's really cool. Like, the second I found out about it and I was like looking through it, and I was like, first of all, it looks just like an iPad. Like, I'm gonna show you. They're the exact same size. Like, okay, maybe they're slightly different size, but as far as, you know, length and width and all that, they're the same size. I'm not sure if they're the same, like, thickness, but it fits into my iPad cases, and I think it's freaking awesome because even though, you know, my tablet that I was using in school worked for me and everything, this one is awesome because I love using apps like Evernote for my notes and to pull up my presentations. And like anytime that I was working on a presentation where I had to actually get up and speak in front of the class, I always loaded my presentation into Evernote. You can customize everything. It's basically a word processor, but it's an app. You can also connect it from your phone, your tablet, your computer. You can connect it everywhere. You save the notes, it syncs up. It is seriously like the most amazing app. I was obsessed with it all throughout college. As soon as I found out about it, I was on it, and I have been using it ever since. I still use it to this day. Another thing that I loved about having a tablet is that I could always use like my textbooks on my tablet. I don't like carrying books. I will do anything humanly possible to avoid having physical textbooks and to avoid actually having to carry those textbooks. So the cool thing with using like your phone or your tablet instead of using the actual textbook is that you can just search a word and boom, it tells you every single place in the textbook that it is found. And that is a huge time saver. Seriously, I would get a tablet just for that capability. And these days, most textbooks are available on an e-format, and so I use Chegg, and I found them on Amazon and stuff, so I would use my Kindle app or iBooks, whatever it may be. So I would definitely say that using Evernote for my notes, my presentations, for keeping track of things, like that was super helpful. And then having my textbooks in an e-format was also incredibly helpful for me. And it kind of cut down on the strain of having to carry a bunch of stuff around because that really does kind of hurt your back. So another thing that I always made sure to do was to keep track of my assignments and to keep track of when I needed to do something. Not just when something was due, but because I always knew, you know, maybe the kids' dad is gonna take them on Tuesday, and I know that I have something else for work due on Wednesday morning, and I knew that, you know, maybe I had free time on Monday night or whatever it may be. I made sure to put that, hey, that assignment's due on Wednesday, but the only time you have between now and Wednesday to complete it is Monday night. So I would put something on my calendar saying, do this night, get it done, because the rest of your schedule ain't having it, you know? So I always made sure to keep my calendar filled out constantly. Every single time I got an assignment, every time I had, you know, a post due, a forum post, man, I was always forgetting those forum posts, because one teacher has them due on Saturday night, another one has them due on Sunday morning, another one, like, man, yeah. Keep some notes, put them in Evernote, but also put them in your calendar. Make sure that you're being constantly reminded of when things are due. So even though I'm not going back to school this school year, I am still sort of on the go and always busy. The kids are in classes right now. They're doing like tumbling classes, and I think I'm gonna stick them in a little hip hop dance class, but I don't know, they already have a lot of flavor going on, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, while they're in these classes, I am still using my tablet to be more productive and to actually use my time. And the cool thing, especially about this one, I'm using this one over my iPad because this one has the free data, and I can't get on the internet with my iPad unless the facility that I'm at has Wi-Fi, and just so happens that the place that the kids take classes doesn't have Wi-Fi. But if you are going back to school, I would seriously highly recommend getting a tablet. I don't want this to sound like I'm pushing you guys to go buy something that like maybe you feel like you don't need, but honestly, one of the things that helped me the most while I was in college was having the ability to be productive anywhere at any time. And having a tablet is what really opened the door for me to be able to do that, because sometimes there's just not enough time in the day, and school can be incredibly overwhelming. And I forgot to mention that my tablets do not have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube. I do not put anything on my tablet that is not work and school related, because then I get distracted, because Instagram is more exciting than reading about some renaissance in a different country, right? Yeah. It is for me. I would rather be on Instagram than be on anything else school related. Those are my tips. I hope that they have helped you guys. And if you want to learn more about this tablet in particular, this Trio AXS, hit up the link in the description box. I'm doing a whole entire post on it, all about kind of productivity and getting back to school and free data for life. Has anyone ever given away free data for life? Oh, and of course, if you need more than 200 megabytes of data, you can always purchase a plan on your own. You can purchase like 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 gigs, and you can do it either like on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, or you can do it like a reoccurring plan. Anyway, no contracts, no nothing. I thought it was super cool. Anywho, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.